check. Yeah. Ting dog. A murder. Oh, sir. Ting dog. Hear me now? Yeah. Ting dog. Well, it's another one. Alright. Yeah. Idiot. Ting dog. Idiot. We know you know that. Idiot. Ting dog. Idiot. Ting dog. Idiot. We know you know that. Idiot. Ting dog. Man, I just up in a near brand suit now, mind him youth. Idiot. Ting dog. A girl pick me, I walk barefoot and she.
Wow. Welcome now to the Roots Absolutely, the haphazard news with the idioting feature. And I must say, all the best for 2023 to all the listeners and all the viewers.
Yeah.
About in Radio Land and also on our social media platforms.
Yeah.
All the best for the new year.
Yeah, happy New Year. Yeah, man. 2023 haphazard news. This is the first one for 2023. Oh my, so much has happened in Jamaica last year.
Wow.
Heading into this year, but over the holiday weekend, we saw where a major, I think it was last night, on the 1st, I must say. It was on the 1st, not last night, on the 1st. The intimate concert.
Yeah, that's a rootsy one.
There, in St. Anne with, Beres and Buju Banton. That was a big show.
Marcia Griffith,
Lost,
right? Taurus Riley.
Yeah,
man.
It was a big show. A lot of persons were actually talking about the performance with Taurus Riley and his son.
Yes.
So his son came up with his guitar and was playing the guitar. I saw clippings of it.
I saw it
and
too.
a lot of persons were like, whoa, that was a great big moment, along with the others. So some big performances. Because and I think also nothing but Marcia Griffiths, she was also awarded at the concert the other night for Living Legend Award. I think it was from Red Stripe.
Right.
They awarded her for her contribution. It's been years, a long time she's singing,
From she's a teenager.
Right.
And she's now way up in our.
I'm telling you,
up there.
It's been a long time, so well deserved award. I'm telling you, thousands of persons came out to the venue, and you can look at the difference. This is the same venue, that thing, the health thing, right? But the thing is, this time around,
Stingless.
Yeah, this time around was a very, very good show.
It depends on the artists and the production.
Yeah.
Probably if you could come down to all the promoters too.
Well, all of that too. Yeah.
Because I've heard that why enough of the artists boycott Sting because of past bad dealings with Sting promoters.
Oh, selling. Oh,
and them have some big money and they paid up front first before they take the stage.
Yeah.
Someone asked for 10,000 US. Some asked 9 million Jamaican dollar.
No man, they have to be realistic, man. They have to be realistic.
So apparently, so the prices will sell out of the market. So that's why I opted for a kind of watered down type of slate, and it does never work.
Yeah, some of them that won't probably ask them for $1 million. Yeah.
Like was an interview and it was asked by the host, why did you postpone Sting? What when we there? What does not Sting?
That was without Sting.
Well, without Sting. So
they were anticipating a Sting. They were anticipating a Sting.
Usual Sting
with the Clash.
The top DJs. What I mean.
Lord have mercy, never work out at all. Never work. It flop. But as I said, on the positive, on the same venue, the intimate concert, a lot of good reviews, great reviews. The performances were good. I saw one person posted, I think she came from Canada, flew in for the show in Dudley. A number of persons flew in for the show. She was in tears, just looking on some of the performances, Taurus Riley and others.
Right.
And especially with Beres. These are some veterans, so persons were really pleased with the level of performance, that they experienced there at the intimate. So that's a good way to start 2023.
Jamaica have difference between stars and artists who are popular.
Yeah,
the difference.
And if they chose the stadium, it would be full. because traffic gridlock. There was a traffic gridlock incident, and persons were spending up to 3 or 4 hours in traffic trying to reach. So a lot of persons they were just watching in their vehicle.
Where the show
But they could not reach
the show
inside.
was delay for 90 minutes and a person
Right.
took to get there.
So it was quite an experience for a lot of persons, because they were trying to reach, but there was traffic gridlock there in Ochi. They have to really, I don't know if they have to try and find another venue that is more accommodating, especially when it comes down to traffic,
Well,
because persons were waiting a long time to reach.
well, once you have a venue that with crowd, you will find that, because it's still the same thing. Because when you go to regular boys match, it's the same thing. Traffic gridlock, both from Crossroad to Auto in Drive, the same thing. If I leave Crossroad,
But
if
is
you
it
see
worse?
the long line.
Is it worse in some areas though? Because probably they would say, all right, it's much easier in town. You have probably 2 or 3 other routes that person can probably take.
And all
to
I want to
go,
say is same
you know?
gridlock. You take Mountain
No,
View,
but-
you take Mountain View Avenue, and you come by Auto in same
But
gridlock.
the good
Same
thing is that
gridlock.
they have multiple routes, right?
And
but
yeah, this
in Ocho Rios, it's just
one road, so one road will make it 3 times harder.
I'm telling you. But I want to big up and bless up the persons who went there and gave the support to that wonderful show. But totally, so much has happened in 2022. The stats that we're seeing with road fatalities, 2022, slightly lower deaths are road fatalities this time around. 480 for 2022 as comparing 487 in 2021.
Almost similar.
Yeah, to some extent, just 7 difference. But I'm saying maybe by today, well, if we check it back today, probably it was more, because based on the time of that report, if they probably check it back, I'm sure it would probably be more than just 480. At one point, I think I saw 488. So I don't know. So probably have to check it back. But based on what's going on, we're having a major issue, because the number of road fatalities is not going down.
It's going up.
It's not going right. It's just having this sustaining this high level, and we should not be like this. We're 400 plus people, and look at that now. It's not those are just deaths. We're not talking about injuries,
Right.
and persons who have to now stay in hospital extended period because of injuries that they sustain. A lot of persons they are disabled
Because of
because of
accident.
and other medical issues, and that's putting a strain on the medical or the hospital system. So we as Jamaicans, we definitely have to really slow down the man. Try and slow down the man. If you can't manage the speeding, please don't do it, right? Because these cars right now nowadays, they're lighter than feather. Them light.
That's why I keep on saying, and must bring a lot to add in the reinforcement brakes, like the stunt car them.
Some way somehow, because
in the car,
vehicles are light,
if
man.
you turn over, at least life will be safe. Like the stunt cars. I think that should be a requirement, but the manufacturers might have an issue with the whole cost, putting that extra cost.
Aye.
But it talk about saving lives.
Yeah. We should be, cutting our speed, man. Too much persons want to be like they're the biggest and the baddest. Look at what happened just on New Year's Day in St. Mary. 4 persons injured yesterday. I don't know what's wrong with us. We're starting off the year bad.
Bad.
JDF officer is now dead. I think he's probably the first road fatality for 2023. He along with another JDF officer, they were there heading in a direction, and bomb collided. One apparently died.
And police found 5 guns and some ammunition.
Oh yes.
Wow.
That's some mere hours into the New Year. Yeah.
And a guy was killed. He's a son of a popular DJ, Angel Doulas. And he was killed in the Waterhouse area, Balcom Drive. The place called Buckers.
What is he doing with 2 guns?
But
I saw the pictures, the images of the 2 guns.
But the father,
What?
the father is refuting the official version, because his son is not a gunman.
Then where them 2 guns they come from?
Well, good question. Because the father is a different version.
Where did those 2 guns come from? Because we saw the 2 guns on the ground, and he saw video footage, and I'm sure that's from the police.
Because the father said when his son died, he had in his hand money in his hand and a one shots. So how could you have money in hand and two gun?
I don't know.
So he's getting a different version from what the police is saying. So he's saying his son is no gunman. So what time the father said Angel Doulas. So his version is rivaling or opposing
So
the
whose gun
official
is it
police
then?
version.
Whose gun is it?
We're not even sure.
We don't know.
He does.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Because so some reports were saying that it was following I think they was doing some gun salute ringing in the new year.
Yeah.
Police was near that location and immediately they responded hearing the gunshot so close. And then a shootout ensued. That's what the police reported. And then following that, he was mortally wounded as the police reported it. So I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes some parents don't know, what's going on with their child or their children. Sometimes I'm wondering, how is it that you're seeing a young boy, probably 10, 11, 12, there hours, probably, on the road, wiping car windscreen or they're begging or something. I'm saying, but they don't have a parent. They don't want mom. How is it that they're out on the road? Growing up, I could not be out on the road past 7 o'clock. A problem.
Time change.
Right? Parents have to know where you are. And seeing some of these children, in some of these situations, you really wonder, who are the responsible parents? Where are they?
If you ask them, say they give money to their mothers.
My God, it's sad, man.
Sad.
It's sad.
Really, really sad.
So for 2023, we're hoping that we will see a reduction in murders and crime and those instances. The police they reported that for 2022, Jamaica recorded 1,498 murders in 2022. According to that's the latest stats from the JCF, and this is actually 24 more murders than in 2021. So we're seeing an increase. So in 2021 it was 1,474. Why are we sustaining this 1,400 mark? What's going on? What's really fueling us being so deadly? This is really crazy. And we're not in a civil war.
Right. Barbados had 30. And it's a crisis.
Yeah.
Crisis in Barbados. I think 30 murders in a year. And it's a crisis.
Yeah.
We exactly 1,000 and
1,004.
It's normal.
2 years consecutive. 1,470 and 1,490. What?
Not normal.
No, man. We should be. And the whole thing with this, we're seeing these things being sustained despite the number SOEs.
Right. And according to Prime Minister, it's working. The PMC is working.
Well, it has worked in the period that it was instituted. But then again, is it that he wants a year-long institution of this thing? What is it that this would have to be sustained for a year for it to really show some level of impact? Because start and stop. Remember, there was something in Spanish Town last year, big shootout, and there was confusion in Spanish Town last year. SOE was in the era when a year not more, and so I'm saying, is it then that this needs to be sustained more? But then again, I don't think they can do it for this year, really? Because the opposition is not supporting them. Remember the opposition taking them to court about this thing,
Right.
So maybe if it is that there's a ruling on this, they may not be able to have it again and again and again. But the government is adamant that they will continue as best as possible this thing. I don't know.
He used France as an example. That for 2 years straight, we had some terrorism threat in France. And 2 years straight. I don't hear any flare in France for the past lately, but we're not sure how effective but that was in France. But that was his example. Why he insisting that SOE is the way to go.
It's rough, man, but because
SOE, I say we need a crime plan. SOE,
yeah,
we need a crime plan.
Other initiatives, man. We need other things to really get this thing down. Because last year, St. James is just becoming like the new hotspot. Because last year St. James, they had the most recorded deaths, 198, which is the most murderous division. It's followed by St. Catherine North, 145, Westmoreland with 100. Imagine Westmoreland is in the top 5, Dudley. One time you never even hear not about Westmoreland, you know?
No, sir.
Westmoreland was so quiet, like St. Thomas and St. Mary, you know? You never hear nothing, right? But Westmoreland is now, to some extent, the third deadliest parish in Jamaica.
Criminals are migrating. They're migrating, spreading out and forming gangs all over the country. You have interlink gangs now.
Telling you, man, 140. And St. Catherine South were the fourth deadliest, 131 last year, and then St. Catherine South with 113.
Wow.
So I don't know. We have to get a grip of this thing. There needs to be a crime plan, as you're saying, Lily. There needs to be some action in really getting this crime situation under control. Obviously, they can't. Obviously, it's something not working out.
It started from politics, and they get out of hand now. They're no longer in control. Like in the 70s, where a man will look one gun, so rely on a MP handout. Those days are long gone.
Yeah.
Because the criminals now are getting rich. And become the boss.
Yeah, so nobody can talk to them, right?
The extortion, the scamming, they get rich now.
My God, but there needs to be a more, assertive role in getting this crime. Yes, we're seeing the Prime Minister talking about crime everywhere. It's going on. He's saying he went to US, big high-level meeting with, all these things going on. And I'm saying, all right, we see this. And he's talking about 30 tons who are overseas that they're targeting and all these fandangles.
Yeah.
We hear the talk, but we're not seeing the results.
That's
the problem.
That's the problem, yeah.
Yes, we've seen major drug busts. The other day, umpteen billions of dollars worth of cocaine they find off the coast. They're coming in, the arrested 3 Jamaicans.
Right.
Will they find the person who sent it? Not the person who are going with it. We understand, we get them. But will there be an arrest of the mastermind behind that shipment?
Always, yeah, they didn't catch the small man.
Right.
But
So
big man always escape.
So there is a major issue with us getting it right, and especially with this crime thing is a sore issue. Administration over administration, no matter JLP or PNP, both of them are failing at this thing. Why is it that we cannot get a grip of this thing?
We're tired to hear them found them going to the wharf and no arrest.
All right.
It don't make any sense. At least somebody send the gun and it's going to somebody.
Yeah.
And there must be a record of that shipment leaving
exactly
where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Or where it's going to.
Yeah.
So I can't understand why no, it don't make any sense.
Right. Well, earlier today, Jeffrey Tavares, on the Make We Talk special, I think he's on Zoom now. He was having a conversation with the South African ambassador to Interpol.
Yeah.
And they were talking about transnational. I want to know, what was is it then that Jamaica, we don't have the ability to stem the transnational issues that's going on, because a lot of things that's going on in Jamaica is linked overseas. Whether done overseas, as even the Prime Minister mentioned it, about whatever done involved in all these things. But what was the consensus following the conversation this morning, Sir Jeffrey? Hearing from the South African ambassador, hearing from, the former FBI agent.
He's online?
Yeah, he's online, and also from, a personnel who is from the diaspora. He's a person who can speak well about the diaspora and crime prevention. What was the consensus?
Good afternoon, listeners, viewers of Rose 96.1 FM. Dudley and Owen, I sit here. Believe, the program just finished,
Okay.
Just finished.
Wow.
Because, the ambassador have so much information, so much, how should I put it now, to give to the Jamaican people and the Jamaican authorities. Because South Africa is facing the same problem that Jamaica is facing. South Africa have 100 and something thousand police. Jamaica only have 15,000. And yet our crime problem is similar. It's similar. And when you listen to ambassadors speak, it begs to ask the question that I've always asked. Does the authorities in Jamaica really want to solve crime?
That's a good question, because over the years, Jamaican crime has been used as a political football.
And it continue. And that's why I asked the question. The ambassador has offered himself to help. Are they going to reach out to the South African embassy, or to Wilfred Radigan, or to anybody to get in contact with the ambassador to see what they can do to solve our crime pandemic, our corruption that is going on in our country? And yet we're talking about a 2030 vision to live and work where?
I think the Zozo is the priority right now.
And that is not helping.
It's not working at all.
How many people gone down over the holiday period?
Quite a
I don't know.
quite a few.
Yeah, but we've seen that the stats show that 2022
2023
had 2022 had higher than 2021.
Yeah.
The latest stats 1,498, almost 1,500 people.
So evidence
Dead
is
in
that
Jamaica.
despite the Zozo in different eras, the death rate is almost same. No difference.
And that begs to ask the question of the Prime Minister and the Minister of National Security and the Commissioner of Police. When are you gonna wake up? The deaf can see, the dumb can hear, and talk and understand that what you people are putting to us is not working. You all live into a bubble. We're gonna have security guards running 24/7 paid by the taxpayers of this country. How long must we continue like this as a nation? This is 2023 Prime Minister Holness. Mark Jefferson Golden, you can't go with a crime plan either. The country is in a crisis. We're knocking behind Haiti's back door.
Well, after the journalist from the Gleaner, McLean, asked the Prime Minister about why is he convinced that the Zoos are working? That question is mute. And he went and
mute?
Yes, that is mute. Yes, and he went and they give some stats and some figures and said why it is working and something. But look at the death rate. To compare the death rate to this year, not to last year and 2021. It's similar. We're still in the thousands for the past much years now. From the mid 80s. It's in the thousands.
Yeah, I think it went down in the incursion.
It went
down dramatically after the incursion. Yeah. That's when probably the first time we hear of state of emergency in Jamaica. It dipped a lot.
Yeah, it
and
did.
then it just say, guess what? It looked like them they down too much.
But they say it continued in the thousands for many years. With so many SOEs, we're still in the thousands. So I don't know what the Prime Minister, I don't know the figures the PM is using, but to say it's working, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think the Prime Minister nor the Minister of National Security. And that is why, they keep on saying that I am disrespecting the office of the Minister of National Security, office of the Commissioner of Police. I am not. They are rougher than by me.
Mine, because as I said, Jamaica the same.
They are referred as the Minister of National Insecurity and Injustice. Injustice one is dead right truck. The Commissioner of No Police. The country is in a crisis. And all they can hear is this photo up on these from Blobland speech where people don't understand one bloody thing they're saying either.
You know what the sad part of all this now? We're beginning to see 1,000 murder as normal. It's not normal. It's not normal.
Shouldn't be.
We're not in a civil war. It's not normal.
Shouldn't be.
Bible is of 38, and it's a crisis.
And they're changing gun laws.
And changing gun laws. They have 38 murders, and something wrong with me.
Yeah.
1,000 plus, not normal.
Or when there's a press release by the People's National Party, I just send it to you.
Okay.
The country is in a crisis. And if members of the diaspora who can assist, they refuse to give them
not seen it.
a table to sit down and talk.
Yeah, I got it. It's about the PNP proposing high-level agenda for long overdue Vale Royal talks. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Vale Royal, but the Vale Royal house not brought down too.
Send it to me.
Yeah, so it's a noting that the issue of national security is the most important agenda item for any future Vale Royal talks. PNP President Mark Golding is proposing a list of national imperatives that he wishes to see on the agenda. He says the fact that despite my repeated calls, the government has only convened a single Vale Royal meeting in February last year since the last general election, underscoring that there has been a lack of any authentic desire to seek consensus on critical issues which should be above partisan politics. So he's saying that there are a number of things that he's saying. Additionally, more specifically, we wish the following items to be discussed at the Vale Royal Talks. He says a comprehensive national program to enhance the youth at risk, a new legislation mechanism to target known violence producers, reimagining and redefining the scope of zones of special operations as the main tool. So they're again touting the zones of special operation as opposed to the state of emergency as the main tool to fight crime. They're also saying a shared understanding of the specific objectives of the proposed long overdue legislation for enhanced security measures, and also an immediate reset of the GOJ's engagement with the Jamaican diaspora experts on crime and security matters. This is also a point where Sir Rattigan and Mr. Nelson and others and Sir Jeffrey has been really talking about
the diaspora
and how it is that they can assist
at least Mr. Gold is listening. One to the Prime Minister. He's not listening. He might mute.
I get to understand Dudley and Owen. I am not boasting or anything, But I get to understand that the people of the Vumvava and the Vumvavi get to they call like every Tuesday sit down to watch my program, or if they don't get to watch it on every Tuesday, they go back and watch it over.
That's good. At least
the opposition leader Mark Jefferson Golden is listening.
I'll make it a recommendation.
I am extending an open invitation to the opposition leader of this country and president of the People's National Party to come on to the Make We Talk program at any time at all, sir. The country is in a crisis. Jamaica is in a crisis, opposition leader. And it's time we stop this politicking around. And do something about the crime situation in this country. The people can't sleep with the door open. What's all that 2030 vision you are talking about? To live and work where? In a corrupt, crime-infected country? The country that we love so much?
Yeah.
The political leaders in our country can't solve Jamaica's crime problem, opposition leader? Then get help from outside. Members of the diaspora who are born Jamaicans who came to Jamaica by labor pain, not by aeroplane, is willing to assist. And the present government, along with the present Minister of National Security, refuse to get the help.
Yeah, they need to.
Dr. Rupert Francis offered to help. And the Minister of National Security embarrassed Dr. Rupert Francis. And I dare Minister Chang to come and tell me something not so. I dare Minister Harris Chang to come and tell me, Jeffrey Tavares, that you did not say they don't want any help. Are you going to find out about no one help from FBI agent to get on her list? Did you not get list to the host? Jeffrey, shut him out.
Wow.
The country is in a crisis. And all I can hear every minute they're transferring one minister of national security to to Timbuktu, y'all can hear we, we. While the people are being gunned down like blackbird in this country, and we sit down and accept it. Yeah. Because we are PNP and we are JLP. If Jeffrey Tavares and Wilfred Ratty can speak out of what is going on in this country, when the talk, so we are PNP. My gearbox smash up. I am speaking for Jamaica, not for any political party. The time has come for us to vote on policies in this country. The time has come to vote on policies and what is going on in this country. Not for party, not for members of parliament, well, not for your favorite politician.
Well, Jamaican over the years vote along party lines. That's a long Jamaican thing.
Well, the time, Dudley, the time has come for us now, the younger set of Jamaicans, to rise up and stop voting along party lines and vote for policies. The country is in need of help. The Prime Minister, with his arrogancy, refused. And the Minister of National Security, with his arrogancy, refused to accept the help from Jamaicans who live in the diaspora, who have law enforcement background. Herb Nelson Jr., Wilfred Rattigan, and I can name on and on. Jamaicans, we are not talking because JLP is in power. I am not a PNP or a JLP. The country need help.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, and they need to. It's high time. And it's been repeatedly said that they need to get whatever help from the diaspora. And no matter of fact, they should be even doing it even more, because guess what? The diaspora is where they get a lot of, we're calling it, for exchange. Yeah, funding and money, yeah. Exactly. If it is that they need certain things to be funded, they speak to the diaspora. And they get money, of course.
To fund the party and the campaign.
They know, right. So they know that the diaspora
Jamaica need help.
And if they see where they can get the assistance financially, why not also try and get the expertise in ensuring that crime is is down. I'm telling you, man.
Some years ago, I heard the farmer, the Minister of Security, that was Bunting says they're planning to take on the profit out of crime. It's a big talk, but it's just not happening.
But
it's not happening.
If we do not solve the corruption problem from Jamaica House, King's House, Garden House, Ministry of National Security, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Transport Authority, come all the way down to the very toilet down at downtown Kingston. If we don't plan to solve the corruption problem in this country, the crime problem will never stop.
This true.
The Prime Minister went to Washington. Has he addressed the nation when in Washington about? Has he come back and reported to the people of the country who voted him and put him in there?
No.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness, you are the servant of the people of this country. We pay you. The time has come for you to speak to us. Dudley, go ahead.
Yeah.
Definitely, it getting serious now, because I mean, we can't start the new year. Expect come 2024 now we got 1,000 murder again.
Well,
it don't make any sense.
Government has instituted the state of emergency. It will, I think it's next week, it will end. So to some extent they're starting off the year right. They're starting off the year right. And so let's see how it will work out. But in the meantime, quickly though, on another note, the Ministry of Health and Wellness, they're advising persons about a WhatsApp that's being circulated. They're saying that please take note of this message via WhatsApp, that it is not from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. So the message, which you're going to see forwarded many times, says the Ministry of Health reports are forwarded COVID-19 and translated XBB variant. Everyone is advised. It's a part I cover up. something about XBB variant and what it can do and all these things and spreading. And they're saying, please do not forward that information. It is fake. In fact, the ministry, they place it on their social media platforms and saying that persons desist from sharing that message because the message is fake. It said that COVID-19 Omicron XBB is more 5 times more transmissible variant than the Delta, and they're saying no, please stop sharing this because it's not from the ministry.
I don't know if I've asked before this question. Somebody who has some computer skills create this kind of hoax, maybe for scam people or something. The cybercrime unit, can they get the source as to who are the apparatus that was created from?
Yes, they can. They can use the IP address and get it.
So why the person not behind bars?
Well, the fact of the matter is, I thought the breaking news from the Ministry of Health that the Minister of Health is resigning.
No.
They're
moving.
Never, never.
I don't think.
And it is being rumored, Mr. Brown and Mr. Thompson, that the cabinet gonna reshuffle this time sometime this month.
Yes, I heard that
and
too.
And a certain person is trying to get the Ministry of National Security dog nyama what's up in this country if that happen.
Well, I've been hearing that apparently our good gentleman there, Darrell Vaz, might get that portfolio.
Well, I'm glad you can't name.
and the fly green is tipped to get Minister of Education.
Yes, Floyd must get it because the current Minister of Education, she figures it down.
So those are the tips so far.
I always thought they were going to put Floyd at transport, since they're saying that he has been vocal the other day about transport. You know.
No, but the good man was removed years ago. Montague could be back in the fold. I don't know what portfolio, but he could be back. He could be back in.
Well.
Let me say something too now about Darrell Vaz becoming, or this rumor he's going to become Minister of National Security. If the Prime Minister of this country, and I will not apologize to no one, this is the views of me, Jeffrey Tavares, not of Roots FM, nor of the Make We Talk program. This is the views of Jeffrey Tavares. If the Prime Minister of this country make the mistake and give Ministry of National Security to Darrell Vaz, dog nyam Jamaican supper in this country. And I would advise the donor countries to cut off funds from Jamaica.
Well, it's been rumored that he's tipped to get that portfolio. Let's wait and see what will happen.
I believe, and I don't think our good friend Robert Bobby Montague need that position, but I believe they should give back the Ministry of National Security to Bobby Montague. At least Corporal Rowan James would sit down and speak to him. But why they remove Bobby Montague, and why they don't hear Jamaicans talking about the Minister of National Security must go? They would never talk about that because what? Bobby Montague black? And Dr. Harris Chang is Caucasian?
It's a racial thing like football.
It's a racial thing going on, of course.
Like what football years ago.
No, you're on this football thing, not different from this football, Dudley.
Same racial thing.
Yes, same racial thing.
And classist thing.
Yes, it's because Bobby Montague black and he's a little black boy from the country part of St. Mary. You don't hear these Jamaicans at the Vumba Van, the Vumba V, telling this Minister of National Insecurity and Injustice to go, and the Commissioner of No Police to go.
At the same thing.
Really dumb. How long must we continue in this country? How long must we sit down in this country and allow criminals to gun us down like blackbirds? And the two political parties numb? They have no crime plan more than this SOE and Zozo and Nene and Ziza and Zazaz, who says, eh? And you have a Minister of National Security and Injustice, or Minister of National Security. Cannot travel? Why Minister Chang has met with his counterpart in Washington? Prime Minister Andrew Holness, tell the people of this country why Dr. Harris Chang wasn't the person who went to Washington. Tell the people of this country why. And also, go back into the parliament and tell the Jamaican people, the woman who was locked up for selling lands in Clifton, is she a part of the Klansman gang?
Well, that's another story again, because I'm tell you the Klansman that thing there. You know, it's all like funny with this arrested this lady here. Several persons' name have been calling, but only one person. It's only one lady alone names in the forefront. It's like the man name was on the receipt. I can't remember anyway again who signed the receipts. Nobody know this man, but the man name is on the receipts, and they've been called another person name who they say was a breakaway faction of the Klansman gang, but people don't want to call the man name.
And the Prime Minister used taxpayers' money and the Security Ministry and the JDF because him money. I'm going to tell the people of this country about now. He's going to deploy the JDF with drones. And what the army sitting there? The army sitting them there.
What that
What they going on? The B sitting on they call it.
Oh, them armored vehicle.
To go over Clifton to bulldoze down poor people off of government land, but it's owned by the people of this country. To what? To sell it to the friends and cronies and tell the people of this country that there's criminal elements in the land. Tell the people of this country the principal of the school is in your constituency, Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Is she a part of the Klansman gang? What is going on? Why the Minister of National Security and Injustice and the Commissioner of No Police, Twiddly Dum Dum, why are they still there? Why the Minister of National Security can't travel? Tell the nation why. Why Prime Minister Holness is holding the people of this country at ransom? Why Prime Minister Holness you have Zozo and so much people die by the hands of going over the Christmas period? Tell us why.
Well, that is serious. Well, we have a route say we have switch down to a serious case now that happened over the weekend. And no, we saw the killing of this young man by this young man who wanted to be a soldier, and he was shot by a soldier. Wow, so sad.
What?
The young man wanted to be a soldier, and ironically, he was gunned down by a soldier.
Why was he gunned down?
They say find some illegal gun or something like that. Wow.
But hold on there. Now the same Prime Minister said that they have collected how many weapons and the gun amnesty is working.
Yeah.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness, when are you gonna stop lying to the people of this country? Prime Minister Michael Andrew Holness, when are you gonna stop lying to the people of Jamaica? Minister of National Insecurity, Dr. Harris Chang, why don't resign and done? And go sit down.
Well,
Commissioner of No Police, why don't resign and go sit down? And stop lying to the people of this country.
Well, look here now. There's a bigger fines coming for illegal dumping.
Bigger fines. The Speaker of the House got dumped some garbage. Was she fined for anything? Was she in prison?
No.
The Speaker of the House of Representatives, she and her son got dumped some garbage from somebody land. Was she charged?
Wow.
When are we gonna stop this nonsense in this country? And rise up and wake up in this country and smell the coffee. From 1960 until now, the people have been living on a squalor in this country. From 1960 until now, the people of this country, by the hands of politicians, go to them bed hungry sometimes. And the laws in this country is not for the poor people in this country. The laws in this country don't affect the Vumba and the Vumba V. And you have a Minister of National Security who can't travel. And a Prime Minister lying to the people of this country about the numbers of killing in this country. And a Prime Minister and a Minister of National Security and Commissioner of Police twiddly dum refuse to give the police officers the tool to work with. And we must sit down in this country and accept it. Rise up, Jamaicans.
Wow. Well, 10 minutes ago, I have something on a more lighter note that I'm looking at for quite a while. And a more lighter note now. Look here now. Over the years, Jamaican tend to have a strong link to the most from the Rastafarian community in Jamaica. A strong link to the Africans.
So last year, yes.
Yeah. But everything Africa in Jamaica is normally with the Jamaicans of the Rastafarian community. What I find odd though, recently, this artist from Nigeria that came and performed so well, is a global star, Burna Boy. What I find odd though,
what name?
Burna Boy. Is a big,
Burna Boy?
Yeah man, a big star. He came here and did a show in Jamaica, and the man charged VVVIP 65,000.
And what happened?
It sell off.
Jamaican for money.
It sell off. But it's a good thing, so that at least a global star in the music business is African. But
Yes.
what I find odd about it though, I don't hear the Burna Boy name is resonating among Jamaicans in Africa and in the Rastafarian community. Like how them say, it's Selassie. So I'm wondering if they pick and choose which part of Africa to highlight and which part to ignore.
Well, that question can be posed to somebody who you know very well.
Because I know about Burna Boy until him come to Jamaica. I never heard about him until Owen. I said, so Burna who?
And younger than me and you.
Yeah.
You're old.
When I started to research him, I realized that this man that does Africa is a global star. How many artists can come to Jamaica and charge $65,000 and it plays sell off?
So hold on there. Is the same place Mr. the Prime Minister go shake the person hand backstage?
I don't
Yes,
think.
man.
I ain't Burna Boy.
Yes, and his son was there. I think it was Matthew was there. And the Matthew shaking hand and everything, and the Prime Minister was there along with Babsy Grange.
Well, then I'm ready because I mean, he's one of the biggest star now on the planet.
Oh. And how much is it? $65,000?
Yeah, there are different price range. You have VIP and you have VVIP. The the figure. All right, the VVIP.
Start from the bottom, go up.
All right, the Bleachers General $6,000. Bleachers. General $6,000. Grandstand $10,000. VIP $25,000. And VVIP $65,000.
And all them sell out.
All them sell off. But the good thing about this is though that you can come to Jamaica, charge this high price and ticket sell off. He's a good act. I researched him. He's a global superstar, and he's also a Nigerian, live in Nigeria.
Yes, but the question must be asked.
Why the Jamaican Rastafarian come to embrace him
But not
as
only
an
that,
African?
The question must be asked also, Mr. Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
The show between Beres Hammond and Buju Banton.
It's a good show too.
Did that sell off too?
Yeah, man, sell off.
Okay.
Sell off,
So
yeah.
Hold on.
And you have two costs. 20 grand, I think it's 20,000 and 20 and 30,000 if you enter. Yeah, it's sold out.
So hold on now.
Sold out.
Me and you and I can put on one show then, man.
And get Beres and Buju.
No, we not perform.
like the two who cut that thing.
Yeah, we not perform.
I'm glad.
You preach and me collect the money. What we do? We sell some holy water so it can solve crime.
That is saying an half a tree.
Like when I said in half a tree.
But I mean, have respect, Burna Boy. Honestly, I just know about him. I become a Burna Boy fan, to be honest. After I research him.
Well, maybe I can get him on my program to tell us what is his where did he start from?
Man, the thing about it, we normally hear about superstars in music from America and Jamaica, but I mean, Africa had Lucky Dube years ago. It was killed sadly some years ago. And there's a guy called Rocky Dawuni from I have African superstar who Jamaican don't know. Get this Chilamanda. He's now 92 years old, retired. He's now 92. He performed last year at age 92. But I still cannot thinking, why is that the Jamaican Rastafarian coming to embrace Burna Boy as African star?
I answered the question a while ago for you.
Yeah. I don't hear the Rastafarian talk about him.
You have you can ask Owen the question. He can answer.
Owen can answer the question there. They know. Yeah. I mean, we have to embrace our Africa. Do you know what about our Africanness, right? I think we must embrace Burna Boy.
Well, before we go, I must say to my viewers on the Make We Talk program and also on Roots FM Make We Talk YouTube channel, thank you all very much. Happy New Year, and I'm looking forward to continue being the poor people defender for the people of this country. I was told by my good friend Wilfred Radigan, and I get telephone calls and also WhatsApp, that this morning program is a sell-off.
Wow.
And they hope and pray that the Prime Minister of this country really take up the offer given to them by Ambassador and really listen to what Ambassador have to say, because the country is in crisis. Wanna stop telling lies about the numbers of murder in this country. Prime Minister Holness, Minister of National Insecurity, Commissioner of No Police, Fiddly Dum Dum. Stop it.
All right, before we go, I must also add that come Monday, we'll have it in studio, Mr. Darrington Ferguson. But it was a former treasurer on the Lowton administration. He's saying TT moved from being alive in 2021 to dead last year. And it's actually be buried this year. TT needs some resurrection. You're going to drop some bombshell. Okay. Some sporting bombshell come Monday.
Be careful, there's a bombshell in the air.
So, listen, also going to be Darrington Ferguson. He was a former treasurer in the JTT Association. And he have a lot to reveal about why teeth in Jamaica is dying. The AGM is due. It's due, and they can't call her now.
Yes, and also next week, Tuesday, we'll be having opposition spokesperson in Labour, Dr. Angela Brown-Burke, who is a member of Parliament for South St. Andrew. We're going to speak about the government sending away Jamaicans into modern-day slavery. Again,
plus ask about the hydrants in 3 miles that are like figurine.
I am going to ask her some questions. The Minister of Labour and Social Security need to go to Carl Samuda, need to go sit down, because he have poor people pitney in modern day slavery in Canada in the farm work program, and so nothing go on, nothing go saline and tell.
All right. Also, that's important. Also ask her about why when they constructed the Hagley Park project, the hydrants in 3 Mile, they know after 3 years they can commission. Imagine.
So if one fire happen, God help me.
Imagine budget was on fire last month, and there's a hydrant right in front of budget, and the trucks have to leave Hagley Park Road, go half a tree and come back and get water. I have 7 hydrants
so
in close proximity to budget.
Let me ask a question. when they were doing that Hagley Park project, what happened to the National Water Commission and NWA?
I don't know. They just are there, but they're like figurine. They're there.
So hold on here. Did China Harbour did their due diligence? In other words, China Harbour put up some new hydrants then.
I don't know if China Harbour do it or NWA, but somebody put hydrants there. We're gonna get that info shortly. But there's one right at Budget, one across over by Maho Drive right at the clinic, one up by Hagley Park Prep. You have one near down to NCB Bank, and none of that working.
And a major fire
was that
happened at Budget
supplies, and none of that.
And there was no water.
No water, none of them. No water.
What a disgrace in this country. What a disgrace.
I'm going to send the clip to you.
And not only, it's 2 o'clock now, and not only that. What's your name again? Who is in charge of the fire people them there? What's your name again?
Alright. 2 o'clock now, we're doing DJ string. So we talk about that next time. We're doing DJ string right now.
Alright, cool. All the best.
Alright. So that's how we come to the end of today's Roots Absolute Idioting feature. I'm gonna go straight now to Innocent Vibes with DJ String here, Roots FM 96.1.
Hi, I'm Sharon.
Hi, I'm Marcia.
I'm Adrian.
Join us this and every Wednesday morning for Extraordinary Abilities on Roots 96.1 FM. Join us for news, views, and interviews with extraordinary people. Extraordinary Abilities every